You're welcome. Kindly subscribe to YouTube channel and follow on Facebook page at Dr. Zabby's Talk Show.
Mo kí gbogbo wa nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi, mo kí wa pé àkúbọ̀ ojú ọjọ́ ṣe rí. Mo kẹ́yìn ìyá, mo kẹ́yìn bàbá, mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n, mo kí àbúrò, èmi ọmọ yín olólùfẹ́ yín. Ayé ọpẹ́ yọ, ṣé ọlọ́dọ̀ tí náà ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Ayé ọpẹ́ á máa yọ fún wa lórí ọmọ, lórí ìdáwọ́lé wa. Òun la yé ọpẹ́ ló máa fi máa yọ fún wa. Èwo ni mo mú wá fún wa ní ọjọ́ títí òní wípé kémi àti yín ká jọ ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò. Àṣírí ńlá. Àṣírí nǹkan tó wà ní abẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́, nǹkan tó wà nínú abẹ́ ewé, nǹkan tó wà lábẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́, nǹkan tó wà lábẹ́ ewé, ẹ bá mi parí ẹ̀ lé. Nǹkan tó wà nísàlẹ̀ kòkò. Ọmọ ìyá mi, ọmọ bàbá mi, àwa tá wà ní ìlú òyìnbó, mo kọ́ kí wa náà pé a kú oríire. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a kú oríire, mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a kú oríire. Náà kó tó di pé mo máa bá àlàyé ọ̀rọ̀ náà lọ. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó bá jẹ́ nígbà àkọ́kọ́ tẹ́ ṣèpàdé wa lórí ìkànnì aláyọ̀ yìí. Yorùbá ni mí, Yorùbá nìran mi. Níbi tí a ti dúró fún ìran wa, níbi tí a ti ń sọ òtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀, níbi tí a ti mú tá a ti fi gbá kan bọ̀ kan nínú, níbi tí a ti ń sọ wípé tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá lè ṣe fún wa ẹ̀tọ́ wa tó wà lọ́wọ́ yín, tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá lè fún wa ẹ jẹ́ ká lo àsìkò náà ti tó. A ti wà lẹ́nu ó péjọ mẹ́ta, but Rome is not built in a day. Alágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, ojú òní ti wà, bọ̀ ìgbà wo ló máa jẹ́ ìyá mi àti bàbá mi. Èmi ò mọ̀, tẹ́yin bá mọ̀ ìyẹn tàìpẹ́ síbẹ̀, torí Ọlọ́run ju gbogbo wa lọ. Bọ̀ mo nígbàgbọ́ wípé kí ni a máa débẹ̀. Ó ṣe ọmọ olókùú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, a ní sí pẹ̀lú òkú ẹ̀. Now ìyá mi, bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àti àbúrò mi àti ẹ̀yin ẹlẹgbẹ́ yìí, mo tún kí wa wípé a kú oríire. Ẹ máa ní oríire kí ni? Wọ́n sọ wípé èpè awólẹ̀. A dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run wípé èpè awólẹ̀ kò jáde ìlú òyìnbó dé ọ̀dọ̀ àwa tá wà nílùú òyìnbó. Ìwọ tó wà nílùú òyìnbó tún kíra ẹ kú oríire. Ṣé rí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan tó bá ń sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, mo máa ń sọ wípé tó bá jẹ́ àwa náà la wà ní Nàìjíríà, tá wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ó mà ṣeé ṣe ká ṣe worst ju báyìí lọ. Bọ̀ lórí fídíò tí mo fẹ́ gbé wá yìí, ó possible tó bá jẹ́ pé àwa náà la wà ní Áfíríkà, ó possible ká ṣe nǹkan tó worst ju báyìí lọ. Àṣé èpè awólẹ̀, èmi ò fìgbà kankan tí ẹ̀ nígbàgbọ́ nínú èpè awólẹ̀ nù. Pẹ̀lú fídíò tí mo tún wá fẹ́ gbé wálé nísìn, ẹ máa mọ̀ wípé èpè awólẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ ni kò ń ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tàbí Nàìjíríà nìkan ló affect gbogbo nǹkan tó ń pè ní Áfíríkà. Ìyá mi, bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàbúrò mi, ọ̀rọ̀ náà ó gba ẹnu tán. Àṣírí ńlá tó wà ní abẹ́ aráàlú òyìnbó. Tàbí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, bọ́ ìwọ tó bá wo fídíò yìí, tó bá wò délẹ̀ níbi tó ń kọ the end sí lópin sinimá, kò lè yí ẹ, wàá kàn wípé kí ló ń sọ yìí. Bọ̀ tó bá farabalẹ̀ tó bá wò tán, it's not ẹ̀kọ́. Yeah, it's not ẹ̀kọ́, but ìwọ náà wàá tún kíra wípé Ọlọ́run mo dúpẹ́ o. Tó bá wà ní Nàìjíríà náà, tí ìwọ náà bá sí lára àwọn eléyìí, wàá kíra ẹ. Mo sọ fún èèyàn kan, mo ní wàá di ẹlẹ́dàá mi pé ẹlẹ́dàá mi, mo dúpẹ́ wípé bó ṣe dá mi. Tó bá sí lára wọn, wàá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ orí ẹ̀, wàá dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ ẹlẹ́dàá pé orí mi, ẹlẹ́dàá mi, mo dúpẹ́ wípé mi ò sí ní ara àwọn eléyìí. Now ìyá mi, bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àti àbúrò mi, kí má bàa gbà wá lákòókò, ẹ jẹ́ kí a ṣe kí ni gan-an ní àfíjí ìròyìn ò tán àfojúbà. Ẹni tó bá débẹ̀ òun ló lè ṣe kí ni, òun ló lè sọ. Àní kò ń ṣe Nàìjíríà nìkan ni èpè awólẹ̀ yìí ló wà. Bọ́ ìwọ tó wà ń lo òyìnbó, kọ́kọ́ kíra ẹ náà ipò òkú oríire. Ò tó bá yẹ pé ìwọ náà wà ní Nàìjíríà ni o, possible kò ṣe jù báyìí lọ, kò ṣe worst jù báyìí lọ. Náà ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ gbé fídíò alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ wá. Ṣé gbọ́ nǹkan tí mo sọ? N kọ́kọ́ gbé alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ wá náà ká tó wá lọ sórí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì. Ṣé àmọ́ pé mi máa ń láìkí kí n máa sọ nǹkan tó máa ń jẹ́ pé ẹ̀rí máa jẹ́ mi nìṣó, tí máa mú ojú abẹ tá máa sojú abẹ ń kó. Mo mọ̀ pé bóyá mi ò mọ̀, mo fi sábẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ni mo yọ àwọn òwe yẹn díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni. Èmi fúnra mi, èmi ò gbólógbò tí mo mọ Yorùbá bàjẹ́. máa ń yọ díẹ̀ ni especially àwọn ìyá mi kan wà Amẹ́ríkà ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn wà wọ́n máa ń ṣọ́ Yorùbá mi ni pépà àti báírò lọ́ máa mú sọ wọ́n máa ń dùn ní òwe kan ní Dr. Zabby tó sọ yìí torí pé wọ́n máa fi mí ṣe tá bá ti parí program tá bá sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n máa ní mo ṣe wo program ẹ̀ tán ní Dr. Zabby àwọn òwe tó tún pa lé nìyí àwa ń túmọ̀ ẹ̀ ń lé àti kọ́nú ẹ̀ lẹ̀ now let's go there ṣe gan ni.
I got the opportunity to meet 6 rich Ghanaian men, and I asked them this question: why are they not building factories for the youth of this country to get a job to do? These 6 rich businessmen burst into laughter as if I have said something funny. Then one said, the people shouting, no food, no jobs are all thieves. The writer said, I said, really? I was shocked. And the man then went on, he said, I run a manufacturing business and trading business. He said, the biggest challenge in my manufacturing business is not electricity. It is not infrastructure. The biggest challenge is getting honest staff. Everyone we hire appears to be on a mission to steal as much as possible. They will inflate invoices, recording less than the actual number of units produced. The worst part of it all is that all the fraud we have uncovered is not done by a single person. It is usually many staff who collude with each other, from the production line to sales to finance and even to top management. The businessman said, there was a year I overhauled management 3 times. I now use Indian expatriate management, so competent, so honest, and so straightforward. I thought they were expensive at first, with all the visa fees, accommodation, house staff, but now that the losses due to staff theft have been reduced to a minimum and efficiency increased, the Indian management has turned out to be cheaper than the previous African Ghanaian management. Now all sensitive positions involving money go to Indians. Africans are only allowed in non-sensitive positions. This is what the businessman further said. I used to criticize indigenous African companies like Dangote Group that hire so many Indians when there are many unemployed Africans. But now I understand their painful decisions. He said, my biggest challenge in the trading business is the same. In other words, he has a trading shopping business, and he said it is getting honest staff. The form of trading occurs in open market and involves staff having access to huge sums of money running into few millions. I know how much I pay to security companies to provide the escort for the staff, not to prevent robbery, but to ensure that the staff will go straight to the bank and will not run away with the money. This money spent on security companies is even enough to be declared as profit. He said we have to spend a CCTV, biometric scanners, and other things that wouldn't be needed if the staff weren't looking for opportunity to steal. He said it got so bad at a point that my own criteria for employing a staff was no longer competence or certificate, but honesty. At least competence and skills can be learned, but once you are dishonest, you are dishonest. He said we always complain of the economy and how there are no jobs. I know people abroad who would have loved to set up job creating businesses in Ghana, but they can't because they can't get a trustworthy person to manage the business. He said, I know people in Ghana with so much money, they want to start factories and other job creating businesses, but they can't because they are occupied elsewhere and they can't get any trustworthy person to run the business. Instead of investing in the real sector and creating jobs, they would rather buy treasury bills and keep their money than opening a business to employ Ghanaians. He said Dangote can open a shop and businesses in every African country in this world, but the problem is that they can't find good people and honest people to manage. He said their biggest problem is top government officials, the dishonesty between government officials that is preventing Africa to become better. He says start a small farm, and they start a small poultry farm and they will steal the eggs. He said if they don't steal the eggs, they will intentionally kill the chicken and the fowls, and then they will ask you if they can take it home. Start an entertainment center or a game center, and then the money will go into the pockets of the workers. He said the day the sales will go very high, that is when the business owner is there himself. He said they forget that they are eating your money, but they are also eating their future. Buy a car and let somebody run it as a taxi, and then they will finish you. Start a restaurant and the people will take half of the foodstuffs into their house for food. He said even the small business shop, the small kiosk in town would find, people will still find a way to steal from the shop owners. The worst thing that happens is that they will make this code that that every person eats from where he works. They will justify the stealing. He said I usually say the reason most Ghanaians haven't stolen billions of money is that they haven't gotten the opportunity. How can a businessman say that he managed his company and the Ghanaians he employed were running down the company, and they would rather prefer Indians to be top managers? And these Indians are managers that they are honest, they are straightforward. The Indians are not Christians, but most companies in Africa have trusted them because they can run their companies very well. 70% of the population are Christians here in Ghana. 17% or 16% are Muslim. You put that together, over 92% of the people in Ghana are religious. So you ask yourself the question, what is the use of going to church? What is the use of their being religious? And yet Hindus who are not Christians are more straightforward and honest to sustain a business than the people who come to church on a Sunday. We are our own enemies. The businessman said, you wonder why there are no jobs? The people you meet them on the streets, if they are asking for jobs, you employ them today, tomorrow they will run your company down. You employ members from your church and they will destroy your business for you. We are the Judases, betraying one another. We are our own. We
no. Ìyá mi, bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àti àbúrò mi ẹ tí rí nǹkan kan. Àṣírí ńlá tí mo fẹ́ sọ ńbẹ̀ ni wípé àṣírí tó wà nídìí nǹkan tó ń ja ìran dúdú yìí. Ṣé mọ̀ wípé òun náà ló dé tí ọ̀dọ̀ Dr. Oriyomi Hamzat. Ẹ máa ní lọ́nà wo? Ibẹ̀ kan mo fẹ́ yà o, ibẹ̀ kan mo ń lọ, mo kàn sáré yà ń bẹ̀ ni o. Greediness, greediness, greediness. Ó kó ìfun àwa Áfríkà, ó kó jẹ bí ṣàwámà ni. Ó wá mọ wáìn lé lórí, ó fi step it down. Tó bá rí ọmọ òyìnbó, tó bá kó ọmọ òyìnbó 10 sílẹ̀, nǹkan tó bá jọ nǹkan la máa fi wé nǹkan. Tó bá dé ojú ẹ̀ jẹ́ ká sòtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀, kò ń ṣe pé òyìnbó náà ní tiẹ̀ lọ́wọ́, bọ̀ torí ọlá wípé èmi súnmọ́ òyìnbó, mo lè fi ṣe àkàwé. Ṣé Yorùbá yẹn ṣé mo gbà? Nǹkan téèyàn bá súnmọ́ náà lèèyàn lè fi ṣe àkàwé. Tó bá kó ọmọ òyìnbó 10 sílẹ̀, kán ti jẹ wọ́n sìn, kán ti yó, kán palẹ̀ mọ́, kó wá fún wọn ní nǹkan kan sí, wàá rí 8 nínú wọn tó máa sọ fún ẹ pé I'm okay. Hard enough, òun ti wà okay. Tó bá wá kó 10 sílẹ̀ nínú ọmọ kékeré Áfríkà náà, wàá rí 8 tó ó ti yó, ó máa gbà nǹkan yẹn. Tí ò bá lè jẹ́ lé mọ yó yẹn, á tún lóun fẹ́ tọ́jú ẹ̀. Àwa ló wà nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wa Yorùbá sọ wípé hàn kí n jẹ lórí moyó bíi ti àwọn dúdú kọ́ ṣe rí pé gbogbo dúdú mo kó papọ̀. Wọ́n ní tó o bá dóko tí bàbá ẹlòmíì wàá rò pé oko tí bàbá ẹ̀ òun ló pọ̀ jù ni. Ṣebí nílẹ̀ Yorùbá a máa bìlífù wípé ọ̀ọ́ká tún mo mọ̀ wípé ní Nàìjíríà a máa bìlífù wípé àwa nìkan nírú eléyìí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ sì ṣẹ́rí ní Áfíríkà. Ṣé wàá rí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ pé láwọn olóṣèlú yẹn? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run, kí ni àṣírí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí? Ta ló mọ àṣírí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí? À ń wá, èmi ń wá ní o, tẹ́lòmí ò bá wá. Kí ló wà nídìí DNA wa yìí? Kí ló wà ní ìdí ẹ̀jẹ̀ Áfíríkà ní àpapọ̀ gbogbo wa lápapọ̀? Ṣé mọ̀ pé kí n tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò mo ní tí ìwọ ò bá ń ṣe tó ò bá sí ń bẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ orí ẹ wípé Ọlẹ́dàá mi ò ṣe. Mi ò lójú kòkòrò báyìí. Èmi ò lójú kòkòrò, mi ní ojú kòkòrò. Àwọn ọmọ mi ti bá fún wọn ní nǹkan wọ́n máa sọ pé àwọn wà òkè. Àwọn tí yóò ní. Kí ló lè fà á? Àìmọye ẹni tó rẹ́rìn lọ sí Áfíríkà tó fi ìbànújẹ́ ẹkún rororo ló fi padà bọ̀ tó padà wá ń ṣe alábàárò nílùú òyìnbó. Ṣérọ́ ni tàbí òótọ́ ni? Ẹ jẹ́ ká rí nínú comment section ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Yes, mi rò pé bóyá ó le jù láti type fún wa. No, ọ̀rọ̀ méjì ni. Yes, ọ̀rọ̀ mẹ́ta ni. Ẹ jẹ́ kó máa lọ, ẹ jẹ́ kí comment yẹn kó máa lọ wípé ẹ lè máa type yes lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá síbẹ̀. Yes, tẹ́ bá click yẹn tó bá ti lọ ẹ tún click ẹ yes bá ṣe ń sọ lọ yìí tó bá mú yes ẹ máa jẹ́, tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ no ni, tó bá tọjọ́ mi èèyàn á mọ nǹkan bóyá fẹ́ gbé àgbékalẹ̀ bóyá ọ̀dọ̀ tèmi nìkan ni mo ti rò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n léèyàn kan kì í já wa dé. Kó tó ti pé mo máa gbé ti ẹni tó tún sunkún wá tó jẹ́ pé ó sunkún orí social media ni wọ́n pọ̀ lóríṣiríṣi o, kò yẹ yín sìn. Ṣebí ti Ghana lásọ yìí, ti Ghana lásọ yìí a máa sọ wípé ìjọba bíjọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá náà tó bá dá dúró tá a bá ṣọ́ra kó má lọ jẹ́ nǹkan kan náà òun ló máa end ẹ̀. But èmi lè fi ọwọ́ ẹ̀ sọ̀yà wípé kò lè end ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ torí wípé kí ni àwa ọmọ Yorùbá ti kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́, àwa ọmọ Yorùbá dẹ̀ gbọ́n nínú agbọ́n lóde. Ọlọ́run jogún ìmọ̀ àti làákàyè fún wa. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan táwa náà ti lọ learn níta, gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tá ti kọ́ òun la fẹ́ mú papọ̀. Ta fẹ́ fi ọ̀kan kún èjì, ta máa fi èjì ta máa fi kún ẹ̀ta tí gbogbo ẹ máa jẹ́ tó máa padà wá di bá ṣe fẹ́ ni. Tẹ́ bá wò ó pé nínú àwọn most Africa gan irú ìgbésẹ̀ tí Tinubu tó ń sọ pé ó fẹ́ gbé yìí òun ni ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn ń gbé láti ọdún tó ti gbẹ́. Lẹ máa rí téèyàn kan máa lò 60 years lórí oyè lórí president kan wà nígbà wo nìyẹn tó ń fi wheelchair ìkan wà ó ń tọ̀ sára báyìí tá a rí báyìí kò ń ṣe pé bóyá kinní kan tó ń tọ̀ sára báyìí tó short Africa so greedy so greedy lájẹ́. Afẹ́ ajẹmájẹ ayọ̀ báwo lọ ṣe máa ń pè ẹ bá mi parí ẹ̀ lé afẹ́ ajẹmá èmi nìkan òun ló tún wá because àti kékeré ló ti máa ń bá wa lọ. Tàwọn ọmọ kékeré ni mo fi ṣàpèjúwe lẹ́ẹ̀kan yìí, àti kékeré ló ti bá wa lọ àti òun ló wá bá wa dé orí ipò ńlá, òun ló bá wa dé orí oyè orí oyè ẹni tó jẹ president ẹni tó jẹ senator ẹni tó jẹ gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ òun ló bá débẹ̀ ojú kòkòrò àti kékeré kò tó kí gbogbo Lagos state kó jẹ́ tèmi Ogun state kó jẹ́ tèmi àtàwọn ọmọ mi kí n tún gbàlú òyìnbó mọ́ greediness ó ṣe wá léṣe ó ṣe ìran Áfíríkà léṣe lápapọ̀ greediness. Ìyá ò lè trust ọmọ ò lè trust ìyàwó ò lè trust ọkọ ò lè trust ìyàwó ọmọ ò lè trust kí ló dé. A tún wá fi tẹ̀sí á fi bá tí ọ̀tá ara wa jẹ́ pẹ̀lú gbogbo ẹ̀ kò wá yọ lára wa kò yọ ní ara wa kò yọ nínú traces ara wa bó ṣe lè hùn kó mọ́. Greediness àwọn èèyàn òun ló sún Naomi àti Dr. Yomi Amtat òun ló sún wọn dé ọgbà ẹ̀wọ̀n greediness. Gbogbo àwọn tó wà ńbẹ̀ yẹn ẹ lọ kó wọn jáde àwọn tán ló ń wá síbẹ̀ yẹn lọ́jọ́ yẹn kán tò wọ́n lẹ̀lẹ́ ọkọ̀ máa rí pé 40% nínú wọn nǹkan tán wá gbà yẹn wọn ní ilé kò ṣe pé wọn ní. Bọ́ àìní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn àìní kíni àìní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn ó bà tí ọ̀tá wa jẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá gbé ti àwọn olórí wa ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé wọn wá kí n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá gbé ti ẹni tó sunkún jáde again kí wá fi yẹn lé ẹ máa bá mi ká lọ.
Authorities stealing past armed robbery. Now small man went thief be thief. While big man went steal, they'll say that mismanagement or embezzlement. Authorities stealing. The presiding judge of the Court of Appeal, Sokoto Division, Justice Mohammed Lawa, has urged Nigerian anti-graft agencies to prioritize going after highly corrupt persons and not just only street or young fraudsters, popularly known as Yahoo boys. He also said that part of the problems facing fighting corruption in Nigeria are judges who grant ex parte orders to protect highly placed individuals against prosecution from anti-graft agencies. And I must add, senior lawyers, because if lawyer no file application, judge no go grant them. Just imagine some of these few cases. The list is endless though. A high court sitting in Edo State presided over by Justice A.T. Momodu granted an interim injunction order restraining the police from inviting, arresting or detaining 68 former political associates of former governor of the state, Godwin Obaseki, who include political associate appointees and local government chairmen and others. 68. Another Kano State High Court sitting at Audu Bako Secretariat has granted an interim order restraining the EFCC from arresting, detaining, harassing, intimidating or inviting the former presidential candidate of the MPP, Alhaji Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and 7 others. In 2023, a federal high court sitting in Kano and presided over by Honorable Justice Lima restrained the Kano Public Complaint and Anti-Corruption Commission and other security operatives from harassing, arresting, inviting or detaining former governor of the state, Alhaji Ganduje, and his family members or any appointee who served in his administration. All of them covered by the cloak of law. In the same 2023, the Federal High Court sitting in Guzo, Zamfara, presided over by Justice Aliyu, restrained the EFCC from further inviting, arresting, or detaining present or past officials of the state Zamfara state government, including the former governor, Alhaji Bello Matawali, who is the current Minister for Defense, with respect to how 70 billion naira meant for security vote traveling allowance were spent by his administration. So imagine if all of this court they restrain EFCC, how will they now do their work? Meanwhile, in Lagos here, Justice Alexander Owoye of the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos dismissed a fundamental rights suit instituted by Bobrisky on the ground that Bobrisky's claim of encroachment on his fundamental rights lacked no credible evidence to justify his relief. Anyway, and a poor man, However, we must also say that the same EFCC has revealed in court document how Godwin Emefiele allegedly used 3 companies to pay 2.2 billion naira to purchase an estate containing 753 duplexes on Lokogoma district in Abuja, an estate that is the size of a village. And we don't even want to talk of the Zianis owners. That one, they say she allegedly emptied the treasury as Minister for Petroleum. That one case today. Also, in Lagos, at least all these ones against, the presiding judge of Lagos Special Offences Court, Justice Bunshola Dada, issued a bench warrant against the former managing director of AMCOR, Ahmed Kuru, over alleged 76 billion naira and $31.5 million of fraud for failing to appear before the court for his arraignment by EFCC. Some people who passed the law. Again, the EFCC arrested Wabote, the former executive secretary of Nigerian Content and Development Monitoring Board, aka local content, over allegations of 35 million fraud linked to the Faith Brass project in Bayelsa State. The former managing director of Atlantic International Refinery, Akintoye Adioye Akindele, is also facing charges of money laundering, misappropriation, and diversion of public funds, as under the same Wabote, the local content board had reportedly provided counterpart funding of $35 million to support development of an energy infrastructure in Okwama in Brass, only for them to just release the money and then the money just vanished, they just work. So the matter is still there. The same EFCC arraigned a former governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, before Justice Mariam Aneni of the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Maitama on 16-count charges bordering on criminal breach of trust and money laundering to the tune of 110.4 billion. At least we know that one. Also, the ICPC has intercepted $300,000 student ICT fund in suspicious various accounts. Also, a top police source as the first CID revealed that Pastor Idowu of HICC, also popularly known as the Next Level Prayer Conference pastor, was arrested by the police and later released over probe of alleged real estate fund and money laundering amounting to 1.5 billion. Meanwhile, in the UK, a Nigerian pastor, Toby Adegboyega, whose church was shut down over an alleged fraud and misuse of church fund amounting to 1.8 million pounds, has lost his fight against deportation to Nigeria and separated from his family, who are British citizens, despite claiming it was a breach of his human rights. The list is endless. I not even want to talk of the plenty other political thieving that is going on now, when nobody or EFCC don't see or smell until the people leave office. Well, EFCC, I give una hand, una dey try. But I want also just take style tell una say, una enter Ganduje Matana or Matawale or some wike, even Akpab yourself, una your sister I see open their final. After all, I be they look for them where they never did this government. Or make una even try investigate the NNPC and the refineries, when go work today and close tomorrow like Ogbanje. Or, una fit just invite some people when they government now, After all, when Ribadu was chairman of EFCC, told us that the current president and his fellow governors were allegedly, corrupt. Don't be me talking. Meanwhile, despite, after all of this plenty stealing, go to our airport, which is the gateway to this country. See our NDLE officials and custom officials are using their hands to search people's bag, right in front of scanner and begging people for last or small change. As even the police at the car park, those one of them was pass, have been turned to beggars in their own country, as politicians don't steal, both the present money and the future of their children in a rich oil country, Nigeria. Well, the list is endless. We still have a very long way to go. So I will therefore advocate, while I salute the effort, courage, and dedication of EFCC and other anti-graft agencies at fighting corruption, because I must tell you the truth, it's not easy to fight corruption, especially for Nigeria. But I dare say that government must show courage and plug, a lot of loopholes in public offices and make it a near impossibility to steal government funds. Otherwise, we'll continue to see appointment into political position as opportunity to avoid poverty. You see how some people are crying now that they work for Tinubu's re-election and the man no settle them with their appointment. They are complaining that people when no work, now they give appointment. I didn't mention anybody's name. Also, the government must encourage EFCC to fight religious and political corruption with the same vigor and strength we are all using to fight Yahoo boys, without any sacred cow. Until then, we will continue to take 10 steps forward and 100 steps backward in our effort to stamp out corruption from our national life. Not be me talking. It is prevalent and the world is watching us.
Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pákó bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí, mo rò wípé gbogbo wa láti rí. Láàárín dúdú àti òyìnbó, báwo ló ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀? Ibo ni ọ̀rọ̀ dúdú, ibo ló wá kù sí gangan, báwo ló ṣe rí bẹ́ẹ̀, báwo ló ṣe rí báyìí? Ibo lọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, ibo ló kù sí, báwo ló ṣe rí? Kí la lè, orúkọ wo la lè fún nǹkan yẹn jọ? Torí à ń ṣe ìwádìí yìí ni, torí àwọn generation tó ń bọ̀, bóyá ó lè kúrò nínú wa, lórí wa, nínú ọpọlọ wa, nínú egungun wa, kí la lè ṣe? Ẹ bá fi sínú comment section. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá gbọ́ tí ẹni tó sunkún bọ́ síta lórí ayélujára lórí nǹkan tí pásítọ̀ yìí tó kọ́kọ́ sọ, tí gbogbo wa mọ bó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣèbí mi lè sọ tèmi, ìwọ náà ńkọ́, ẹ̀yin náà ńkọ́, ṣẹ́yin náà lè sọ, ṣé ìgbà rẹ̀ kọjá, ṣé kò ṣẹlẹ̀ sí báwo ló ṣe rí bẹ́ẹ̀? Àwọn nǹkan kan tó fà á tí mo sọ wípé lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, tí àwọn ibi tó bá yẹ kó gbòmìnira tó bá gbòmìnira kò lè rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Kí ni reason ni wípé ebi, ìyà kò yé yín sìn àwọn àṣà àti tèmi lè ní múlẹ̀ yìí náà fi ti yín lẹ̀ ìyà àìríjẹ àìtẹ́bẹ́gbẹ́ pé lèmi rò bí wípé ó jẹ́ olórí gbogbo ẹ̀ irú àwọn ìyá tán lọ ń tọrọ owó tán ń ṣe kinníkan yẹn àìnítẹ́lọ́rùn náà kún àwọn kan ọ̀lẹ láti kékeré aláìnítẹ́lọ́rùn tán bìlíìfù wípé táwọn bá lọ tọrọ owó yẹn ṣe báwọn ò ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn tún jèrè ni wọ́n ti mú gẹ́gẹ́ bí iṣẹ́ ó wá pọ̀ nínú àwọn ìlú kan ó wà ní ìlú òyìnbó náà àwọn òyìnbó tó máa gbowó lọ́wọ́ ìjọba tó tún wọn ló máa tọrọ owó bó tán bá mú wọn kò yé yín sìn irú àwọn kan wà wọ́n máa gbé mọ́tò débi tán ti fẹ́ lọ tọrọ owó yẹn ni á pàṣọ náà tó jìn ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ti rírú ẹ bá mi kọ yẹ síbẹ̀ á pàṣọ náà tó jìn á wá lọ fóòdù ọwọ́ bá kan á lọ jókòó síbi kan á wá gbé wọn kámẹ́rà wá gbé wọn bọ́n ṣe débẹ̀ bọ́n ṣe pàfọ́ọ̀mù bọ́n ṣe ìgbà tán tún máa wọnú mọ́tò wọn tán tún lọ. àwọn tó ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ nílùú òyìnbó tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa ń gbowó social àwọn tún máa lọ ń tọrọ owó yẹn àwọn tó ń mú wọn kú wọn ló pọ̀ jù sí bọ̀ irú àwọn tó fi ń ṣe business yẹn àwọn ò pọ̀ kékeré ni wọ́n ṣe mọ̀ pé mo ṣàpèjúwe lẹ́ẹ̀kan wípé tán bá kó dúdú mẹ́wàá sílẹ̀ a máa rí mẹ́jọ tó ní tẹ́lọ́rùn nínú àwọn méjì tí ò ní tẹ́lọ́rùn yìí irú ẹ̀ lẹ rí tó lọ ń jókòó sórí títì tó dẹ̀ ní nǹkan tó máa jẹ lọ́wọ́ tó bìlíìfù wípé kóun lọ tọrọ yẹn kóun tún gbowó sóṣà yẹn ó pè ju wípé kóun lọ ṣiṣẹ́ lọ táwọn bá ní 2 àwa ní Áfíríkà àwa ní 9 nínú wa tó jẹ́ wípé irú ẹ̀ àìnítẹ́lọ́rùn ni náà ẹ má jẹ́ kí n gbà wá lákòókò ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré lọ bí ti bọ́dà wa ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré gbọ́n wọn wọlé.
Nigeria no good na same Nigerians dey buy Nigeria na same Nigeria if you are abroad you want to come here to invest think twice save your money there don't come here. I just opened Amala place 50 people working, making money from there. They chop it in 5 months. I spent 105 million to set it up just to create more job. They finish it in 5 months because they know I'm not always around. I have a farm in Ibadan. Before I traveled last month, Fulani henchmen brought his cows. They chop all of my cassava. When we carry our reach station, they offer 40,000 for 8 million worth of investment. For the same country where we dey so now think of it, my estate in Abuja 26 tenants. Out of the 26 tenants I've been able to remove 4 by removing their roof. 21 is still there, they are hiding in court. They say let court give 2 years rent they are owing. Wicked nation. I don't think refinery can work. I don't think anything can work in this part of the world because the people that lives there self-centered, evil people. I believe before December, petrol service should be 1,500 to 2,000. It is good for them.
Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí wípé akóbójú ọjọ́ ṣeré. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àti àbúrò mi, àdẹ̀kù ọdún, a kú ìyèdún, ẹ̀mí wa tó ṣe léyìí, a tún ṣọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún láyé. A ní fojú sunkún ara wa, a ní fojú sunkún ọmọ, a ní fojú sunkún aya, a ní fojú sunkún ọkọ. Ìdáwọ́lé mi àti ayọ̀rí sí dáadáa gbogbo mo fẹ́ wa Elédùmarè á bá wa fẹ́ gbogbo mo kọ̀ wa Elédùmarè á bá wa kọ̀ nǹkan tá a rí tínú wa ń dùn kò ní di àrísokún láṣẹ Ìdùmarè ó kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí o wípé a kú ọdún a tún kò palẹ̀mọ́ ọdún ńlá gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe máa ń sọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ọdún ayọ̀ ló máa jẹ́ ọdún ìdùnnú ọdún ìgbéga ẹ má gbàgbé láti bá wa like ètò yìí ẹ má gbàgbé láti bá wa share ẹ dẹ̀ má gbàgbé láti fi comment sílẹ̀ tó bá wá jẹ́ nígbà àkọ́kọ́ tẹ̀yin ṣe alábàápàdé ètò yìí èmi náà ni ọmọ yín olólùfẹ́ yín ayé ọpẹ́ yọ mo dẹ̀ mú ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ayé ọpẹ́ ayọ̀fẹ́ yìí náà ó dẹ̀ ń yọfẹ́ yìí náà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ torí ẹgbẹ́ apá ó ṣe é gbé ẹgbẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ ó ṣe é gbé wọn ní lágbájá ó gbọ́ ó bojú ẹ̀yìn àwọn kan náà gbọ́ àwọn kan náà rí àwọn kan náà lè sọ àwọn kan náà fẹ́ dàbí bí wọ́n ṣe wà àwọn fẹ́ dàbí tiẹ̀ àwọn kan ló fẹ́ wo ló tiẹ̀ fẹ́ ní dátà kó máa wo 24/7 kan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbogbo àgbáyé tó ń rí ṣáyẹ ọpẹ́ tàbí kò yọ ìyá yorùbá mi ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàbúrò mi tó bá yọ bá mi táìpẹ síbẹ̀ pé ó yọ o àyọpẹ́ ayọ̀ fún gbogbo wa lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. God bless you. Bí ìbàlẹ̀ la máa dúró sí lọ́jọ́ títí òní mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a kò gbójú ọjọ́ ṣeré. God bless you. One love. Bye for now.
Mo kí gbogbo ojú tí wò mí ti ń gbọ́ mi jákèjádò orígun bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní àgbáyé. Orúkọ mi ni Ambassador Àkànfẹ́ Ìwò tí mo jẹ́ agbẹnusọ fún iléeṣẹ́ X2 Ultimate Herbal International Limited. Níléeṣẹ́ wa bí láti màmọ̀ dájú nǹkan kan tí eléyìnbó ń pè ní health is wealth, ìlera lọ́rọ̀. Kì í ṣàfẹnujẹ́ nìkan tá a bá ń gbọ́ ní sétí torí gbogbo lọ́gbọ̀n àwọn èèyàn ni wọ́n ń kojú àìsàn tí a pè ní ìfúnpá gíga. Ìdí nìyí tí iléeṣẹ́ X2 Ultimate Herbal fi ṣètò oògùn ìfúnpá gíga fún ní powder àti ní olómi. Kò tán síbẹ̀, oògùn ìtọ̀ ṣúgà ó wà ní iléeṣẹ́ X2 Ultimate Herbal International Limited ní powder àti ní olómi. Òun náà lẹ̀ ń wò yìí. Oògùn ọ̀pẹ ẹ̀yìn wà tí a ti ṣe lọ́jọ̀ fún ẹni tó bá ń kojú ọ̀pẹ ẹ̀yìn torí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣòro. Iléeṣẹ́ wa níbí ní oògùn ẹ̀ tó lè bá wọn tán rẹ̀ lójú ọgbọ́n. Bákan náà ogunlọ́gọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ni wọ́n jẹ́ oníbìísí tí wọ́n ti rora wọn pín wípé Ọlọ́run ò lè ṣe ṣùgbọ́n tó jẹ́ pé àìsàn kan sómìíràn ní nǹkan di ọmọ bíbí wọn. Ó wà ní iléeṣẹ́ X2 Herbal International Limited fún ìwòsàn fún àwọn oníbìísí. Kò tó síbẹ̀ o, a ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ oògùn tí a ṣe létò fún ẹni tó bá jẹ́ ẹni tó bá ní ìkúngbẹ.
You're welcome. Kindly subscribe to YouTube channel and follow on Facebook page at Dr. Zabby's Talk Show.